the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Let's go, D. Well. It's going to be a long day.
They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Green 80. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Say 14. Check the backer.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Penny on the counter. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Tackled by Emmanuel Mosley.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 44, Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They set up the screen to Penny, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Carson. And some room to roam now. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Lance a give now to Sermon. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Lance now to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On the option to give to Sermon here. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This from 25 yards out. The kick by Gold is good. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
A fairly short kick from the 14. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Sermon. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Flushed out right. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Lance. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Nico Collins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Lance on the keeper, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Trey Lance, fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear
by the time we have to leave the booth.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They run once more with Sermon.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here we go. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
To throw, it's Lance. Finding some room at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
From the gun, Sermon.
A man 49er fans are certainly familiar with. Alden Smith there to make the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Lance going to throw. Open man there is Collins, complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On second down, another shot for Sermon.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Trey Lance.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the 49ers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Makes the score Niners 45, Seahawks 6.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Throwing is Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
On the ground, it's Calais.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here's Lance.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Play action. Now Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Pushes him aside at the 10. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Quick throw to Collins.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll run again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
No, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Yeah, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Samson Ebukam. In there to bury him for a loss of 11.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Check line 54. Line 54.
They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And the 49ers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Let's get it.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.